Welcome back, all my bladers. Today we're doing a double unboxing video. Today we're looking at Gold X, Betromoth B4, and Galaxy Zeutron Z4. Let's get started. Okay, so if we check out this box here, you'll see, of course, two Beyblades. This one being Gold Betromoth B4, and this one being Galaxy Zeutron Z4. And I want to say, just by looking at this box, granted it is a little damaged, these tips are quite interesting. Especially this one here. Like, I really don't understand how that's supposed to work, but I guess we're going to find out. Go on the back of the box, and for all you Beyblade Burst app fans, don't forget to sign up for the app and play some Beyblades. But there are the stats of the Beys. One is a stamina type, while the other is a balance type. Another weird thing I've noticed is that Zeutron actually kind of looks like Quaseko a little bit. The ring, it kind of has like a snake feature. So, but there are the slingshot stats. We're getting D49 and TS11S. And over here we have D50 with TB05S. But let's go ahead, open it up, and check out the parts. Okay, so I unboxed the contents of the package, and as you see, here are the parts in front of me. We're going to go one by one, check out each individual part, talk about a little bit of what they do, and then we're going to move on from there. So here we have Gold Betromoth, however you pronounce it. And if you're wondering, wasn't supposed to show you the QR code, but if you're wondering, this is just a recolor of Betromoth B2. So it's not that much different than the original. We do have a 6 weight disc. I don't know why I called it a weight disc. I've been watching way too much Gen 1. But like all even number forged discs, it is symmetrical and elliptical. And we have the Fugal S, which, just like the Fugal, has the same design, even though the cone shape does make it a little bit higher than most performance tips. But if you switch these tabs, it will switch it from battle ring mode to slingshot mode. Now, with how easy these tabs can switch, I believe that in the middle of battle, you could potentially have them switch modes just by getting attacked or hitting the wall. Just like my buddy's Dread Phoenix, who has like the same looking tabs, but if you hit it, it will actually bump him into his slingshot mode. I feel like this is pretty much the same way, especially with how loose they are. I'm just going back and forth with it right now. But before we continue and we go on to weighing it, I do want to check out its slopes, which from the looks of it, looks pretty normal. Nothing too exciting about the slopes on this. But let's go ahead, weigh him out, see how much he weighs, and move on. Okay, so I have the scale in front of me. We're going to weigh the energy layer, which is 8. We're going to weigh the 6 forged disc, which is 20 grams. Check out how many stars it has. If my camera wants to focus. So, it has 1 star. So, I feel like if it had no stars, it would have been like 19 grams. And this is 5 grams. Let's put them together. and weigh it out, and you're looking at 35 grams. So not that bad weight, pretty average for a slingshot bay, but let's move on. So we have the Zeutron ring, and from what I've looked at, apparently it's like a Goatman avatar, but if I'm correct, Zeutron is actually the American way of saying Zeus. So I believe this is more of a Zeus Beyblade. Looking at the slopes, they look pretty normal. Actually, there's like a bump right in the middle of the slope. So I don't know if maybe that helps it a little bit or hurts it more. But we also have the Forge disc, which, once again, with it being an even bay, is symmetrical and elliptical, but these protrusions help it with having outwards weight distribution. And then we have Liner S, which is almost exactly like Liner, but it's a little bit taller, and with the slingshot gimmick, if you twist this, pull it out, and then twist it again, you have slingshot mode, which the springs on this feel pretty springy. But yeah, let's go ahead, weigh him out, see how much he weighs. Okay, we have our scales here. We're gonna go ahead, weigh out Zeutron, 10 grams. Not that bad for a slingshot energy layer. We have 20 grams on the Forge disc, and I'm seeing 1 star on this as well. And now to weigh the tip, 6 grams, so putting it all together, let's see, 20 and 10, that's 30, so I'm looking at 36 grams altogether, 38 grams, so pretty good. It's a little heavier than the Behemoth, which its avatar, this guy here, is actually, well, a behemoth. It's multiple different animal pieces put together. But let's go ahead, test them out with some test launches, and then battle them out with a few other bays. Okay, we're going to test launch Behemoth first. See how he does in both standard mode and slingshot mode. 3, oh, he fell. 3, 2, 1. So this is standard mode. And remember, he is a stamina bay, so in theory he would just stick in the middle or kind of circle the middle a little more than like a defense bay. So the spin looks pretty good. He's very center defiant. He wants to be in that center. Go ahead, try him out in slingshot mode. See how he does. He's really light putting on the launcher. 3, 2, 1. So in slingshot mode, he moves around a lot more. Which makes him lose a lot more stamina than keeps it. Now let's test out Zeutron. First in normal mode. 3, 2, 1. I'm really surprised about this tip. I honestly did not know how it was going to work in theory, because with it being like not a point, it's a wheel. Like I really wasn't sure how that was going to work, which I don't own the non-slingshot liner, so I've never tried it out before. But the spins look really good, especially for a balance type. Now let's try him in slingshot mode. Now I will say Zeutron is one of the hardest to get into slingshot mode. Three, two, one. So just like Behemoth, he does move around a lot more in slingshot mode, which ends up killing his stamina, but it's not actually that bad. Next we're going to test him out in a battle. 3, 2, 1. So Insta-burst. We're going to try that one again. 3, 2, 1. So Zeutron won, and he got, like I said, he got switched out of his battle ring mode into a slingshot mode, which made him lose more stamina. Next, let's try him out against a couple different bays in battle and see how they perform. I think today we're just going to stick with slingshot bays. So first leopard, 3, 2, 1. And Galaxy Zeutron won. Three, two, one. And Gold Behemoth won. And that time he did not get switched out of his slingshot mode. So, let's try another bay. This time we'll go defense with Engard E4 against them. Three, two, one. Behemoth won that one and did not switch out of form. Next, let's try Zeutron versus Engard. Three, two, one. So Zeutron won. Next we're going to have them go up against a Hypersphere Bay. First is Master Kirbyus. 3, 2, 1. And remember, Hypersphere bays are not only bigger, but at times they can be a little bit heavier than the slingshot bays. So always keep that in mind, that normally heavier is better, but in this case, Zeutron came out on top. 3, 2, 1. And Gold X Behemoth barely won that one. Next, we're going to have them go up against a Speedstorm Bay, just to see how they match up with what's out nowadays. So if maybe all you have is Slingshocks and all your friends have Speedstorms, now you can see if it really does that well or not. So Rocktivore is up first. 3, 2, 1. Rocktivore got the burst finish. Okay, here we go. Let's go, Galaxy Zeutron. And Galaxy Zeutron won by an inch. So, you may be asking why I don't like testing out the slingshot modes like every other Beytuber, and it's because most of the slingshot modes I don't really like because it either ends up killing them, or like it just, I don't know, they don't perform as well. But for this one time, I'll show you the slingshot modes facing off against these two, and let you decide if their slingshot modes are actually better or not. 3, 2, 1. Do one more battle, reversing the launch. 3, 2, 1. And epic fail. 3, 2, 1. And Behemoth won by an inch, and that was with both those slingshot modes on. So they're not that bad. They did really well against slingshot bays and also hypersphere bays. They had a little competition when it came to the Speedstorm bays. But all in all, I give these bays about 3.5 out of 5. I do like Zeutron a little bit more. His tip actually really did surprise me, with it being a free spinning vertical wheel. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you all thought about these bays. They're really different. Granted, yes, they're both recolors. Actually, I believe he came out in this series and then got recolored in Hypersphere. But yeah, they're interesting. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can keep track on all my videos. like this video if you like these two bays. And if you didn't like these two bays, well, like the video because you like me. No, I'm just kidding. Like the video because you want to. Stay safe out there, keep Beyblading, and let it rip!